Let's try it out, buddy. Yeah, we are live from Austin, Texas. First show.
Oh, echo. The audio is brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant audio, by the way. Brilliant fucking audio. Brilliant audio.
Oh, first show in Austin, Texas. It is June 1st. The boys pulled it off. Shout out to Brian, Chin, and Casey.
The boys. Of course, we have to have the Diet Pepsi, right? We've got to get the Pepsi. We've got to make sure there's a fucking drink somewhere on the table.
We got it done, baby. It's still a work in progress, but we've got enough to do a show today. Got firing the kid later today, so we're up and running, man. It's been a beast, having this whole thing come together. So it's bare bones right now, but we got a lot more to add. We're on the second level.
I love these little anxiety tales, right? They're leaning into the mic, the little comfort anxiety things, and poking his nose into the microphone. The little tells. He's definitely feeling he's definitely feeling it. This hasn't been smooth sailing. He's just trying to put a good face on it, but the little fucking nose to the fucking microphone thing, that's a tell. He's definitely not feeling all the way good about what's happening. Oh, cringe as well, by the way. The Schaub'S show, Austin, Texas, already the grift. Didn't he say he wasn't? Remember when he was like, "Oh, if I ever go to Texas, I'm going to Fort Worth." Remember? Because he didn't want to look like a dick sucker. He didn't want to look like a fucking follower. Fort Worth. Now look at him, Austin, Texas. Yuck.
Well, the studio now. Below is they're coming. Will be 2 bent pack car lifts. We'll have a whole kind of thing down there for all that drive fast, all gas stuff, storage for the whips. So then upstairs is all podcasts. So that's what we're trying to do, dude.
Wow. Money is low, isn't it? Like, things have changed, bro. He's gone to Austin, Texas. Judging by the real estate market, right? Brendan's crib in LA, the mansion, was sold for like 3 million or something. That same square footage, when I checked it on the stream, in Austin you could get the same crib for like $1 million. So what would cost you nearly 4 mil in LA would cost you 1 mil in Austin, Texas. Now, so that's assuming, based on that the everything in Austin compared to LA is way cheaper. So he's gone to Austin and he can't afford to get like a separate garage for the trucks and a separate place, or like a bigger place that could have the garage and the thing. Instead, he has like a garage that he's gonna do dry fossil gas and store the cars in, and then the upstairs balcony patio type thing is gonna be where the studio is. Or 2 studios, I'm guessing. Half TFATK, half Schaub'S show. Yikes. In days gone past, they would have definitely they had 2 separate areas or had a way bigger warehouse space, You can tell the money's low, that even in Austin, Texas, he can't afford a standalone garage space or whatever for dry fossil gas and all the cars and a separate podcasting space. He has to kind of merge them together. Off.
Might be a little echo because we have high.
To be fair to him, it's actually way more sensible financially to do this, to be honest, right? But compared to Thick Boy Studios, this is a massive downgrade.
Ceilings, we'll figure it out as we go. We will figure it out, man. Life in Austin. I got here last Thursday. I left on Wednesday at like 5 a.m. Got in Thursday. Yeah. It was it's a drive. 20 hours. And T was all about it. He's like, I love road trips, but he's been on like 8-hour road trips, 9 hours, 20 hours.
Yeah, I think somebody posted it. Actually, let me check it. I think somebody posted a picture of what the fucking new studio looks like, and it's, compared to Thick Boy Studios, it's fucking small. Let's call a spade a spade. Compared to Thick Boy, it's small. Like, money is definitely low, bro. Oh, this is gonna be so funny. Oh, imagine this Austin, Texas move is the actual end of this guy. Ay, 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 ay. Let's see. This is somebody posted. I don't know if this is from Brendan's Instagram or somebody else. Who? It's from Brendan's stories 2 days ago. This is what it looks like. This is what he's got. TFATK studio and shop. That is tiny. Compared to compared to Thick Boy, that is tiny. Still great space. I'd love to have that. But that is a tiny space compared to what Thick Boy was. Tiny. Right. Like, I'm not even sure he's gonna park his cars in there, but how do you describe this? Is that like a balcony canapé style setting that they've got there? It's like a warehouse space, a rectangular space, quite long. Then you've got this kind of balcony space where the studio is, which probably explains why it's so echoey. It's probably all open here, which is why it's so echoey. There's probably no soundproofing and shit, whatever. But yeah, interesting space, man. Very, very small. Very, 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 very small, and very, low ceilings as well in the studio, at least anyway. Not a lot of natural light coming in there in the studio. Very, 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 very different from Thick Boy Studios completely. God damn it. What a fool. Tin roof in Texas, hot as fuck. Yep. He's going to take a truck engines running next thing. They're gonna make it sleepy. It's a shop, says Addy Z. Bappa didn't need the LA blow. It looks long. Shop look. He rented a mechanic shop location. What? Really? This isn't a studio. How do you know that? He rented, really? So this is not a studio he rented. This is a mechanic shop that he's dabbling up as a podcast studio. So, well, no wonder it's got so bad acoustics. God almighty. Yeah, dude, where are the windows? Yeah, no light coming in. Okay, this is a mechanic shop. This is a Gary. He said he's going to add. Okay, cool. Fuck. Okay, let's see how he's going to add lifts. Let's go back to the clip. Let's go back to Schaub'S.
By hour 12, he's like, dude. I'm like, hey, this is what you signed up for, dude. This is what you signed up for. So we made it, though, man. We made it. Doesn't feel real yet. Today it kind of felt a little real because I'm all about routine. So I went to the
Powerful
gym here.
bunch.
Yeah, big up.
Chin moved for this. Depression arc coming low.
Bro. There's not a lot of space. I don't think Chin's going to be hanging out in that studio. Oh, man. Fuck that guy, his friend. Did Casey move down there too? I think Casey's gone to Austin, right? I think Casey moved to Austin, or is he staying in LA? I'm not too sure. But that guy that he likes, right? The one that's in fucking Tom Segura's special stand-up thing. Chin's not gonna be spending much time in the studio as much as he was before. I'm not too sure if the drinks are gonna hit the same way. At least there's no sink for Brennan to piss in. That's maybe a good thing. Maybe that's a plus, right? There's no sink to piss in. But this doesn't look like a fun place to hang out as much as Thick Boy. Thick Boy look like a good hang, after the pods are finished. All that space, big TV, comfy chairs and shit. This doesn't look like a good hang.
Still trying to find my gym. I don't think I found the gym I'll be going to, but it's a gym.
No pictures or videos in that gym, innit, eh? No pictures or videos in that gym.
Again, compared to LA, no traffic. I mean, the gym I went to was downtown. I went there, zero traffic. I mean, it's 5 a.m., of course, but...
Is that true? Why are people saying that? Perk Angle. Did Chin really take a pay cut because of labor laws? Why are everyone saying that? Someone's mentioned it in the stream chat. Is that true? Has that been confirmed? Someone said that in the TFATK subreddit. People are saying that all over of this fucking stream chat. When I said is he gonna sue and say, people say no, he took a pay cut. I hope this is just like rumors and pontification and speculation and just gossip. Hope this isn't true, man. Hope Chin didn't move to be in a fucking garage, and I hope Chin didn't move to Texas and take a pay cut. Especially if he's doing everything. He probably set it all up. He probably was one in charge of transporting all the equipment from LA to Austin, setting it all up and shit, getting the backdrop done, LEDs, mics, video. Like, he probably did everything. Hopefully he's not taking a pay cut. Hopefully he's not.
And then when I came back at 7, zero traffic. Because I was like panicking because I was on the treadmill at the end there. And I was like, oh shit, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to hit rush hour. I'm so screwed because I'm used to LA. Nothing. Like, this is weird. It's weird, dude. Weather doesn't bother me yet. I like it hot. I do great in the humidity. I don't mind it yet. But I heard next month is when it gets toasty. I know, I hear. I don't care. I like it hot. What do you not like to sweat? Stay indoors. That's what AC's for. That's what AC's for. Hit the ground running with the kiddos. I'll be fine. Wife will be fine. Chin case, we'll all be fine. We're grown adults. I'm just worried about the kids moving. So
It's not really fair to say that though, isn't it? Because will Chin and Casey actually be fine though? Like, will they actually be fine though? From all accounts, from what I read online, from you guys in the comments, everyone's saying the same thing. Austin is fun, Austin is cool, but it's not LA. Everyone's saying the same thing. Austin is fine, Austin is cool, it's not LA. And they're moving what, 3 years, 5 years after the fucking pop, right? After everybody relocated, because I'm assuming if you would have moved there straight when Rogan opened the comedy mothership, there would have been time to kind of have a bit of fun and enjoy that pop and that new vibe and everyone there. Now it's just like business is normal now because people have been there for so long. They're in their routines and shit. Where do you fit into this? You're just there alone by yourself. So you've got all these people around you that are your colleagues, used to be your peers and shit, but you can't really talk to them anymore because of all your fuck ups and the Bobby Lee shit, the Annie Lederman shit, Kalala shit. So you got all these people around you, you're not really talking to them. You're just stuck in this garage. I don't know, man. Like, maybe check in with Chin and the other guys too. Maybe check in with them. I know they're grown adults, but I'm not sure if they're going to be, like, living their day to day is going to be a real test for those guys, you know? Because they seem to really enjoy LA. They like to go to all the restaurants, or the bars, or the barbecue, you know, or the fucking Korean grills and shit, right? This ain't going to be the same thing.
Basti's young, he's whatever. He'll be fine. Billy doesn't, we could be in Iraq. We could be in Ukraine. She's like, what? She's one. She doesn't give a shit. But T, I have to leave all his homies behind, the baseball behind. So
he's feeling bad, isn't it? Going to Austin so you can be next to Rogan. But I think personally, now looking at it and looking at that garage, looking at this garage studio, I'm starting to think they didn't move to Austin because they went to follow Rogan. I think they moved to Austin because the money was low. They would never admit it, but I think Brendan brought up the whole Austin, Texas thing to Callan to get him to go there, and lied about him being, oh, you should go there for your stand-up. But really, I think he's put that thought in Callan's head so that Callan would move there so TFATK wouldn't stop. They can continue making money, but also to save money. I don't think they could afford to live in LA anymore. I think that's the truth. I don't think they could afford to. I think Brendan's financial manager came in and said, hey, you guys can't afford to live in this place anymore. You've got 6 months tops. You got to leave, which is why they left so quickly. If this is the studio that they rented in Texas, which is meant to be cheaper real estate, you can get more for your money. This is the space he went for. I personally think the money is, they have less money than what they would like you to believe. The Brendan Schaub household is tightening the belts, because this wouldn't be a studio that Brendan would have went for in LA. He would have had this as a garage. This would have been a dry, fast, or gas studio, but he would have built a separate studio for his podcast. This is very, very cheap, very multi-purpose for Brendan. I think the money's low, bro. I think the money is fucking low. Prayers for Chin's salary.
Well, the only thing I know, when I was a kid that got me over any of that stuff was focus on sports. So he started this Marachi elite baseball camp today. Hit the ground running. He's there right now. I got to pick him up after this. So he has his baseball camp all this week. Following week he has football camp, and then the last 2 weeks of June he has baseball camp, and then he has tryouts for his team. He has tryouts for 2 teams. So we'll see. See how these Texas boys stack up to the Cali boys.
When you work in your job and your manager starts talking to you about their kid, it's brutal anyway, but you have to you're forced to listen because they cut your paycheck. But it's got to be such a weird experience on a pod to have this guy make one of the biggest topics on his show, his kids You know, it's like, oh yeah, it's like we don't care, bro. We simply do not care.
Was took the kiddos to the University of Texas Longhorns.
Big up King Bayu. Real question: how much sponsors will still be paying him because his audience was leaving and the overall economic is going down? I don't. I think the sponsor grift is. I think people misunderstand the sponsor grift. Like, from my time working in marketing, and other people in the stream chat could also maybe chime in if you've worked in marketing before or brand and stuff. Usually, companies have like marketing budget allocated per quarter, whatever, right? And you're usually encouraged to spend it all. Doesn't matter on where. And usually you're not really pulled up on the usefulness or the effectiveness of your marketing spend. You just got to spend it and then show us the results. You know, it doesn't matter if you spend 100 grand on Facebook ads and you got fucking zero and you got fucking 10 fucking leads or something. You just got to spend it. So a lot of these brands just spend their marketing budget in some area, podcasting, advertising. So, and there's countless amounts of brands out there desperate for an audience. And Brendan, with his inflated stats, where he kind of combines all the audiences across every platform, even including Facebook and stuff. So it makes it you know, an appealing place to kind of advertise on. So I don't think they're ever going to run out of money on this pod. Honestly, I don't think so. This podcasting creator is never ending. As long as you just keep doing it and keep showing up, I don't think you're ever going to have podcast, partners pull up, especially now that he's signed with Podcast One, right? And they have this weird deal where they give you better fucking percentage rates and all this sort of shit. I think he's fine. I don't think they're ever going to run out of money in that regard. I don't think so. As long as he just keeps recording, he'll be fine.
Baseball game. They're in the playoffs right now for the NCAA. Them boys are good. Have you guys been to a college baseball game?
Nope. Big up Joe from MIA. That's why you're no longer a marketer. LOL. Of course, you look at the viewership. No, some places you do. The companies that I've worked at, and some of the companies that are still around now, there's many companies that just allocate marketing spend, and there's little to no recourse. Maybe it's different now, this economy, but the companies that I've been in, there was no justification. You could spend an untold. Trust me, I spent money on Facebook ads. I poured in thousands of money, of pounds, whatever, for Facebook ads that really didn't really do nothing to move the needle. Really, the things that move the needle to a bigger things is like, improved products, product ranges, services, usefulness and shit. All that sort of stuff can maybe move the needle. But marketing spend and social media spend, advertise, doesn't really do much in a grand scheme of things. And a lot of these companies will just allocate that marketing spend, and then you're meant to just use it. You just spend it on whatever and keep it moving. Same with print ads. That's why companies still do print advertisement. It doesn't do anything. It's just for the look of it. And because you get allocated a certain amount to advertise in print magazines, and you fucking spend that money in print magazine you advertise it with. So in some places, yes, they maybe are a bit more on the money with checking the details and crossing the T's and the I's and making sure that they're getting some return for the marketing spend they're spending. But many companies I've worked in have done that. And that's how this is. I'm not even trying to justify my thing. Brendan's proof of it. Brendan has 6 ads on TFATK for companies you've never fucking heard of. Some of which are like dog shit. Some of which are good. Some of which are bad. Some of which are not bad. Not so bad. And most of those companies are spending an untold amount on this kind of ads, hoping to get something from it. But it's mostly just a visibility thing. You just want to be seen. That's it. You're just paying to be seen and heard. And it's not really about, is my view going to equate to like a sale or something? Because how many people are really buying fucking Happy Hippo drinks and shit or whatever, or nicotine pouches because Brendan's advertising it? I don't think it justifies the salary he gets from it or the fee he gets from it, but he gets it anyway.
I prefer college baseball over pro. I like both. I love college baseball, how hard they try. It's just as pure as it gets. These little bastards went yard several times. Some dude had a grand slam, and it's not a huge stadium. It's pretty.
That's the thing. Big up Craig White. Never seen somebody go backwards like this in slow motion. That's the thing, though. Like, what would you prefer? Because eventually this will end, right? But what do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer to just fail, like start hot and just fail like quickly, or do you prefer like this, like as Tony Hinchcliffe said, death by 1,000 cuts? Because I'm just like, honestly, I know I'm going on about this, but that studio is like a pale. in comparisons, or pales in comparison to fucking Thick Boy, this new studio, in terms of size, right? Because I think that's the whole thing. That's why he did. To be fair, the Thick Boy studio was probably a little bit too much. I mean, he didn't need those. He didn't need that studio. It was too big. It was just unnecessary. But you know Brendan. Brendan's the type of person. He gets fired from Showtime Studios, and he quote unquote buys a Ferrari to prove he's not down bad, to prove Showtime didn't hurt him. Right? He's that kind of weird dude. So he likes to show. He likes to show like he's doing well. So this studio is a real big downgrade. So eventually, this will just keep getting smaller and smaller until he's recording in his house. So what do you prefer? Failing, just boom, you start good and you fail, or this type of failure where it's like long drawn out and it's going to happen in maybe another 5 years, 10 years?
It's not big at all. So it's nice. So there's no bad ticket. Merch is lit. Food was super lit. Way better than like Dodger Stadium.
Big up us honestly. That's a very good point. I prefer my dad was rich and gave me a limited money like Papa. Honestly, sometimes I also wonder, having rich parents and doing this yourself is just such a waste of time and money, isn't it? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just such a waste of time and money. Having rich parents and then doing this with your time, wasting your time with doing, like, it's just like, I don't know. If you have a rich parent, I don't know, have a little thing you do on the side, but spend more time with your kids and your family. I don't know. Maybe help your dad out in if he's got businesses or has maybe properties and he's managing, just manage those. Have maybe you can add a few more zeros to your fucking trust fund or your allowance and just live a nice life. Like, why even do this? Why even put yourself through this shit? Why go through the embarrassment of having low views and having no guests and the show being not funny and it's just unnecessary. But I don't care. Big studios wasted for a podcast. Papa ain't shooting. That's the thing. In actuality, this studio is way more representative and reflective of what he has in terms of his media empire, podcasting thing, whatever. This is what he should have always had. The other one was obviously overinflated, right? But still, to go from Thick Boy and to go from Thick Boy to this is a big downgrade, no matter how you cut it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun. College baseball, it's finest. Kiddos loved it. So just feeling it out, man. Feeling out this Texas life. Gotta find my gym.
Be up Craig White. His next guest is Dylan Dennis. Of course it's Dylan Dennis. Of course it's going to be Dylan Dennis. Of course. And after that, will probably be Jorge Masvidal.
Gotta find the bros. I need to find the meatheads. If you know the meathead gym, let me know. So where I went today was not it. Not it. I went, oh.
Surely you could have done this before you moved there, right? There is something wrong with this guy, isn't it? It's 2025. You couldn't Google and find out where your local meathead gym was. You couldn't ask one of your friends who works out, to find out where the local meathead gym is. You can just Google it. Like, surely you could have found this out yourself before you moved there. Especially if you got a crib. You know where your crib is, so you can just, I don't know, find out gyms within like a 5 to 10 mile radius around there. Double check them on Google and shit and see which vibe you like. Surely that's not hard to figure it out. Especially if you're a former athlete and stuff, you might be a bit plugged in with the fitness scene out there, or maybe you just follow, or maybe you just copy whatever some person, I don't know, one of the type of people, one of these guys is named Hunter or something, who runs and shit. One of those guys can help you out. Fuck you know.
Oh, I'm gonna cause problems here. Meaning, I deadlift and bench, man. There are a lot of machines and there's cold towels and like lemon water. I'm like, this isn't. You don't have chalk? No. All right.
Why would what gyms give you chalk? Don't you bring your own chalk? You have chalk. Why don't you just bring your own? What's wrong with having lemon scented and again, he went to a bougie gym on surprise. A bougie gym was a bougie gym. He probably went to a fucking Shoreditch house, Soho House branch of a gym somewhere and was surprised it was fancy. It's like, bro, you went to a gym that has a concierge at the front. Of course it's going to be fancy.
I'll figure it out. So we get it going though, man. We get it going. I'm curious how long it's take Callan to find the studio today. So Fire Kid will probably be late, even though he's up the street. So that's fantastic. That's our life. What'd you guys do? You guys got in what, Friday?
Hold on. What's that about Callan?
Callan to find the studio today. We get it going though, man. We get it going. I'm curious how long it's take Callan to find the studio today.
So what? Callan might not come to the studio because you can't find it. What? Brian doesn't have Waze, doesn't have Google Maps. He can't, like, huh? Bro, look at where Chin and Nick are sitting. Or whatever, Casey.
So Foreign Kid will probably be late, even though he's up the street. So that's fantastic. That's our life. What'd you guys do? Like you guys got in what, Friday?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's that space, isn't it? Yo, what a downgrade, bro. Oh my god. Sorry, I got some cream in my eye. That's my karma for hating. Look at that. Oh my god, look at the space. So the studio is set up in a way where instead of having it, because I thought he's going to have it in terms of
Powerful bunch.
What's on Aziz? I appreciate you.
I can almost hear it. What's up, Halston? We got some woke gyms in the city, huh? They call me the meathead around these parts. We got a woke prom, you all. That's my time.
Look, exactly. Big ups on Aziz. I thought he was going to split the studios that way, like lengthwise. I thought he was going to split them and have like maybe different studios in like maybe have like partitions and have different studios set up, right? But instead he's got the studio set up in a way where I'm assuming, is it modular? Maybe it's modular, I'm not sure. But essentially where he's sitting is this back wall, is this side here along the edges, and where Chin is sitting, he's facing Brendan, so his back is to this wall. That's where the studio is. So it's tight. That's small. God almighty, bro. This is where Chin's banking. Look at Chin's face. That's where you're banking your whole career on. God almighty, bro. Don't get me wrong. Again, saves a lot of money. I can't imagine what the rent was on that other Thick Boy studios in LA. That in that industrial area, surrounded by other office. Because he's the only one that had a studio. I think everyone else was like an office, right? Like it's an industrial business park area thing. That place must have probably been money. But this space is like, ugh. This is tough. This is fucking tough. This is bare bones. This is like something that I would love. This would be my dream place to be. Honestly, I could make this fucking look great. But it's just funny to see how, because for sure Brendan, like, this is like, you know. To be fair, maybe this also might be the step before. Maybe he's doing a Rogan. Remember Rogan got that studio that was like red, and then he moved into his other one. That was the one before he went to his main one. Maybe this is what they're doing too. Maybe this is like the main one before, you know, the stepping stone before the other one. But Jesus, bro. So downstairs is this bit. Big up Asad Aziz. Downstairs is going to be the garage. According to Brendan, this downstairs bit is going to be the garage. So he's gonna make this the place where all the trucks are and shit. And he's gonna have like a ramp, the thing that rises. You know, people have garages where they have those fucking things that can raise them up and down. So to make more space. So this thing is gonna be rammed. If what he's saying is true, if he ends up going through with it, this place is gonna be fucking packed. It's gonna be full of gear, equipment, and everything else that gets sent, and also random cars and parts and shit. It's gonna be fucking stacked with just shit. It's gonna be covered in shit. There's gonna be trucks, wraps and shit everywhere. God almighty. No soundproofing or no sound insulation, I don't think. I need some of that in there as well. So Brendan's looking at a rail. When Brendan's podcasting, he's looking at a rail. He's looking at his camera and Brendan's looking this way. Chin and fucking Casey are sat here with their back to that wall, and Brendan's looking over the balcony to that wall there.
And you're here till
Thursday?
Yep. And then Chin, when do you move out here?
Oh, Casey's not living there. Only Chin is. Casey went to help Chin set up. Casey's there till Thursday, and then goes back to LA, and then Chin stays there. Maybe it will look better with Chin. Maybe it will just look better if Chin's there by himself. Maybe this table area thing will look better, right?
All right. We get it.
Thursday?
Yep.
Yeah, maybe when Chin's by himself, he look better. Sharing one mic. I'm sorry, it's just so fucking crazy. The sharing one mic. Oh my god, holy shit.
And then, Jim, when do you move out here? I'm confused. Why haven't you found a place yet?
I'm literally looking for. I've been looking for spots, but I couldn't find any spots. But tomorrow at 12:30.
So where's Chin live? Chin's living out of an Airbnb. Chin is slumming. Chin is probably paying above odds for an Airbnb. Chin's big bro couldn't help him find a place. Chin obviously is useless, couldn't find a place by himself. Fucking hell.
There's a real estate person help me find a place to
Take you
just
around.
rent for, yeah.
Till you learn the lay of the land.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yep.
Why couldn't you sort that before? Why couldn't you just get a place to rent? What's so hard about that? So what, is he trying to find a house to buy? He couldn't find one to buy, and now he's going to. Why couldn't you just do it in the first place? If you weren't sure. Huh?
So doing that tomorrow. Yeah.
So then, but until you find one, you're going to pull the cow and fly back and forth?
Yeah, exactly. Big up SR Disease. I don't think it's emphasized enough that this guy moved his family to Texas to do nothing different. Same pods, same truck show, same baseball dad. Exactly. But I think he needed to do it. I think Brendan was on the brink of, I'm going to put it out there. Based on this studio, I think Brendan was closer to financial ruin than we would ever know, or than we would ever have thought of. I think Brendan's finances weren't great. I think he definitely over-leveraged himself. That there was probably a crazy lease on that fucking studio. You know, everything was, and I think his business manager put in a word, hence why he came on TFATK and gave Brian, that big pep talk about moving to Austin to do stand-up. I think he needs to put that idea in Brian's head so he could move with him to Austin, because he wanted to definitely go to Austin. And if Brendan would have moved to Austin by himself, he's not doing TFATK by himself. And Brian would have moved there. So he needed Brian to move. Now he got Brian to move. He moved as well. And now he's happy. But I think Brendan was definitely in a tight spot financially. Based on this studio, I think the money isn't as flowing as it was in the past.
That's all I can do. Yeah, I don't.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, what, if I can't find a spot, like, what can you do?
You could find one, though.
I love how Brendan's not offering to let Chin stay in one of his rooms, right? No? I know it's a bit weird because Brendan's got a whole family and shit, but he's got a mansion with there's probably at least one guest room free. I love how Brendan's not even thinking of offering him, hey, don't worry, you can stay in mine until you get your place sorted out, right? You know, for a week or something. I love how Brendan's not even offering, not even suggesting you stay in his spare room. Fuck you. Big up Ryan Ken, or Ryu Ken. It might be possible Papa Schaub. Yeah, true, I like that. It might be possible Papa Schaub said he was draining too much money and needed to make changes. Yeah, that's a good point. Papa Schaub or the financial manager, Lex, the manager, who looks after the finances. Maybe he saw some money was not coming in. Some invoices weren't getting paid. And he thought, hey, you need to make some changes, bro, because the money's not moneying, you know? Yeah, so yeah, you're right. The Maz, I swear it's like Papa and Brian wanting to break up with Chin. They aren't helping one bit. Big up Fatal X Claw. Let's not forget Brendan got 30 million from podcasting deal that Theo got effed on. Yep, exactly. Very good point.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but I don't want a piece of crap spot either.
You're looking for like a rental for like a year?
At first, me and my brother were looking for
I remember you
place,
said that.
But it didn't work out, so I'll just look to rent a spot.
Your brother's like, nah, I'm good, man. Dirty.